Hey everybody, clearing. All right, here we go again, but this time this is going to be a 3D Divine Masculine read. So what are the DMs up to in the material realm? So this isn't necessarily how they are directly approaching the connection with their divine feminine. This is more so what are their daily dealings, what is on their mind, and what's happening in their worlds, in their 3D right now. Let's just get really literal, logical that way. So thank you, Divine Creator, for using me as a channel of only the highest, most beneficial information coming through. What can we see for the Divine Masculines in the collective that joins me here? What have they got going on in their material realm day to day right now that influences these connections, the timing, the growth? But what are the circumstances they are facing in the 3D at this time? And what can the Divine Feminines look at? And some intel going forward. What can we expect? What can be a nice way to navigate? Okay, conscious mind regarding the connections. Okay, so 9 of Earth, that is codependency and the higher love. So there's this bridge between what they're bound to and wanting to make more room in their lives for the things they love, for the higher calling, for their purpose, for the bigger picture. So right now they do feel still quite connected to something that isn't their idea of fun. And they really are looking for something to encourage them. This is budding faith. You know, we saw that they are praying quite a bit now in the energy. And this really looks like they're understanding all the things that are binding them, that they are moving away from at this time. What do the feminines need to know? Stay in your Empress energy, living your best life, being in that flow. Feminines, hold that frequency high. What can we expect next? Queen of Swords. Okay, so this is a transformation. There's a butterfly on that sword. So feminines, you may have been in cycles before where with this counterpart or other counterparts, you wouldn't have stayed in a high frequency. You might have slipped into depression, turmoil, you know, picking up on negative things or sneaky shady things going on, you know, in other karmic connections, or in a less healed state for this one. It feels like now you're sitting there knowing that no news is good news, and you're taking care of your own energy and not dragging your own energy down, speculating on what's going on over there. So this is giving your masculine all the unconditional love needed to really take a fine-tooth comb through their life right now. What can we see that's going on in the masculine's lives where it concerns their divine feminine? Okay, 2 of Air. That can be a blockage card. In this one, we have 2 canaries with crowns. This reminds me of letting each person sing their own song right now. We all have to learn the melody to our own song in order to have harmony, you know, with that counterpart. And right now, these masculines are one eye on the connection, you know, thinking of the connection all the time, but they're learning to sing their own independent song right now. And it's a lot. I just heard it's a lot. What do the feminines need to know? Yeah, kindness. Any communication you get from your masculine at this point, truly just let it be simple, let it be kind. Don't hold it against them. Have compassion, deep empathy that your masculine is learning to really sing their own song. They're writing their own song. They're coming away from singing everybody else's song, feminines. So just, you know, go easy. And now we have the Queen of Cups. So we've got the Empress and 2 of the aspects, the Queen of Swords transformed and the Queen of Cups, which is the unconditional love. So right now, It's never been more important to get out of your own way, not make it about you. Don't take it personally. Don't fear that your masculine is rejecting you in any shape or form. I just heard they're preparing all of this for them and for the potentials with you. So allow your heart to be stretched wide open, and don't let this period of time reflect on you in any negative light, feminines. You are in Empress mode, you know, and hold your own. Don't go there, feminines. Just allow this compassion. We all have to go through it, just like you had to go through your awakening and your path of overcoming. These masculines really are learning to match that frequency. What can we see on the heart space? Free will and Nine of Air. Ooh, this is a lovely Nine of Swords. This is really, you know, very magical. I'm thinking like Disney princess here with being able to sing a song and then all the forest creatures flying around and the free will. So, you know, masculines are getting a handle on their anxiety. They see what they've contributed to their own anxiety, and now they're starting to work with it. They're starting to redirectionalize their anxiety back into their own control. So, I mean, we just got Two of Swords, Seven of Swords, which is the Nine of Swords, and then the Nine of Swords and the Five of Swords here. So a lot of deep introspection right now for the masculines. So they may have been very hermit mode or introverted or within their own reality over the holidays. It feels like they have, I heard, likely made some tough decisions not to recreate historical patterns. So, I mean, I'm hearing if they used to partake in substances, alcohol, hookups, things that they used to do in the past, they didn't. They held their own energy is what I'm getting here. And they really saw things in a different light. I'm even hearing for those that spent time with family that they were more present with family and actually appreciated the connections that they had. They have a different way of looking at things right now. What can we see for the feminines? The Chariot in the inverse. So this is the promise of moving forward in the future. Send out those desires and then focus on what you need to at this time, feminine. So this is a good time to be clear on what you would like to practically, grounded, realistically experience next. All of these connections are in certain positions at this time. So break it down into bite-sized pieces, feminine. Yeah, you may have these goals one day to be connected completely with your masculine, but this is saying, look at the little wins, look at the little gratitudes, look at the things that can be. We saw that kindness card, the patience, the unconditional love, this pause before things can move forward. But this is a time to set intentions and to, you know, consider the little things. That's the greatest of all right now. What can we see on the heart space? What do the masculines have going on that's affecting the heart space? Oh my goodness. Eight of Cups and Justice. So a lot of them are really having some, I just heard control issues, but managing their emotions over this connection, not being fully ready to ground it in a legal way, in a justified way. There might be legal scenarios still affecting finances, all kinds of different contracts on their side, on your side, feminines, and they're not gone. This is my gone but not gone. The Eight of Cups is walking away from the emotional turmoil and really being practical and grounded about what is possible right now. And they may not be talking to you about how sincerely they know it's not the right time. I do feel like a melancholy energy here, that they wish with all their heart that it could have been pulled off by this Christmas. There feels like some letdown. It feels like this holiday season has come and gone, and these masculines are feeling deflated. And they're not gone though. They wish it could have been different. They wish this could have been the season where it kicked off, feminines. For some, it did, but for many, they know that it's not quite right yet on their side and yours. Advice for the feminines on the heart face. Don't stop believing. So yeah, allow for your energy to be self-contained. See this individual with the arms crossed? It feels like don't be acting out or giving yourself or your counterpart energetic or 3D ultimatums. Your masculines are really practical right now, and they do not want to create overpromise, underdeliver. Advice, yeah, the reunion's gonna come, feminines. It's just, it can't be. So if your masculine wasn't able to initiate anything with momentum over the last little bit, they have got a melancholy going on, and they may have refrained from even connecting with you because of this, that they know that it can't fully move ahead yet, and they don't want to create that memory for the rest of your lives and get off on the wrong foot. So something is stumping them with the timing. This is really allowing them to sink into acceptance. I'm hearing things beyond their control. They're not coping with crutches or lowering their energy by cheapening or selling short. 1111. Yeah, and they're really hoping that you aren't either, feminines. So they're hoping specifically that you're not partaking in alcohol, feminines, for whatever that message is. They're hoping you're saying no to it. I got that very clearly. So they're hoping that even though they haven't, swept you off your feet during this holiday season, that you can see that it's out of love, because they want it to be magical when they do. They don't want it to yet again be not quite ready to deepen. They don't want to be brought together and then have to be ripped apart for whatever that means. But they don't want you coping by drowning your sorrows with alcohol, specifically here, I'm getting, with all those cups. Okay, on the heart space, they really hope you understand. What kind of a divine feminine are they? I just heard. So they really hope that you get it deep in your heart here. What are these masculines working on manifesting in their lives? Yeah, moving forward in divine timing as one, together. They're really hoping and praying that, this is a feminine on this Hierophant card. So they're really hoping and praying that you get it, feminines, that you understand, and are also asking for higher guidance about the timing, about things moving forward. But these masculines are also integrating their own high priestess energy, that be still and know, along with getting those downloads from the divine about the next steps, about the forward motion, about when it's appropriate. What do the feminines need to know? Okay, the Tower. So certain things are going to be changing over the next little while, feminines, that'll never be the same again. And it's going to happen fast. There are going to be certain things that come in unexpected ways. Don't let it be confusing. I heard the good Lord works in mysterious ways. There may be some totally unexpected things coming up, feminines, that are actually bringing you what you've been praying for. It may not be at face value what you might not see the correlation to begin with until hindsight is what I'm seeing. It may look like distractions. It may look like things that are pulling you to focus on certain responsibilities or duties. Whatever kind of comes out of nowhere right now, just remember that it's unfinished business that has needed to be settled before you can go towards a love like this. So whatever it looks like, please try to see it that way and lean into it, pray, accept whatever's going on, because it's moving things forward. Your masculines are praying for forward motion. They want things to move forward, and that you may not be used to certain things overlapping your energy and your reality, because when these masculines pray, they also can affect ripples into your time-space continuum, feminines. And so just like how you can sometimes bring these with one fell swoop, you can change their realities. Or, you know, it feels like the masculines are tapping into something that's going to create some kind of tower moment, something unexpected on your side, feminines. Okay, it could free you up for working on things. The Three of Coins does mean things in the physical, so it might come out of nowhere that a change up happens with your work in particular, or that whatever this tower is, that you're going to have to be pulled away to fix it, and you're not going to be able to escape the fact that you will be needed with whatever this is. Again, just know that it is bringing both of you towards the love and the union that you're wishing for. But yes, these masculines are praying in the physical, consciously, for forward motion and to know what to do next. What is the action these masculines are taking in their life? Wow, we got the High Priest again with the Four of Wands. The action, so wishing and action is lining up here. So they haven't quite been given go time because this isn't in the upright with this 11-11 union, but they are getting the downloads. This is the key, that they are asking, that they are now in alignment with the divine, praying about what to do, because ask and it is given. So masculines, yes, that is you on the right track. This is what is required in order for you to ground these unions, actually, is that you must open to that higher guidance, because it's divine union, it's sacred union, it's divine will. It's not your ego, it's not your rebellion, it's not your guesswork, it's not your force. This is the empowerment. So feminines, these masculines are wishing to know deeply the truth of what they need to do and to get those signs, and they are taking the action to really get the downloads of what sacred union is. They're seeking divine higher guidance. What is a sacred union? What is safety and intimacy? What is sacred sensual energy? How can they bring that purity, righteousness, alignment into their daily life? I just heard again. Yeah, so feminines, you might be picking up on aha moments. You might get epiphanies out of nowhere. You might have moments where it dawns on you what love should, would, could be if it were there. So in the midst of the storm, whatever's going to happen next, you're going to get some epiphanies about a better way. It is this, I heard, meteor shower of energy coming from your masculine. It looks like this on my table. It's like this union energy, and the key of them anchoring this union energy is giving these Cupid's love arrows over to the feminine side. So it's like raining over onto the feminines. The fallout of the masculine's prayers are infiltrating the feminine's energy. Whoa. And the moon. So these deep, deep inner motivations and drivers. And I just heard time capsule of what love really is. It's like your heart allowing the worthiness. So energetically, these masculines are prepping you to receive them by praying for what would work in your connection from the divine. And so this is an energetic stimulation that the masculines are seeding the feminines with, and it's actually unlocking the potential of your subconscious, of your deepest hearts, feminines. Wow, masculines, are you ready for me? I heard them say. Are you really ready for me? Do you know how ferociously I love you already, and how I will love you for the rest of our lives? Are you ready for me? Are you ready for full-on love? Are you actually ready? Do you know what I'm capable of? Do you know what that will be like? Do you know what too much feels like? Do you think I will be too much for you? Oh, these masculines have had experiences in the past where they have tried to go all in and give their heart to the wrong people, feminines. And those people shunned them. Those people pushed them away, just like you have had, feminines, with karmic partners. And so these masculines are not only asking you this, but they are asking the divine, will I push my feminine away? Will I scare them off? Will they lose interest in me when they get what they want? Will I be able to love them the way that they need? Will I be able to listen to you, divine, in the instructions to love this feminine appropriately? Do I have what it takes? Is it time yet? Wow, all those questions on the masculine's minds right now. So feminines, your deepest primordial heart is going to be seated with these call outs, energetic call outs, and it may come out in dreams, it may come out in omens, it may come out in tears, it may come out in various different tower moments in your reality. If you're not seeing certain things and acting upon it, that's when we get these things in our reality that seem to come out of nowhere. And so it's an inner and an outer dance, I'm hearing, but these masculines are, it's like a sonic boom. Ooh, when these masculines are aligning, it moves heaven and earth, feminines. Wow. What can we see for the masculine's biggest challenge in their physical world right now? Opening their hearts and petitioning divine timing, the Wheel of Fortune. So the biggest challenge for these masculines is that their hearts are cracking open and they're not running. They are not chasing. They're not making moves. They are staying put and petitioning higher guidance. So much high priest energy here, and now the hand of God coming in. So the challenge for these masculines is staying put while their heart's open and not needing to say or do anything aside from just acknowledging and radical acceptance. This is the same feeling through the holidays where the masculines have potentially been with friends and family, and this heart opening going on under the surface, and them just being in deep gratitude and a little bit of shock and awe that they're starting to see the hustle bustle through a different set of eyes. They're starting to see what's genuine, starting to see who really loves them, and they're starting to see through the fear. They're starting to see through the ways people get stressed, their friends, their family, how they 22 how they act and behave when they're challenged, when they're wanting to give and receive over the holidays like this. They're just seeing into the hearts of the people around them while their hearts are opening. And this is a lot, feminines. It's a lot for these masculines right now. And knowing they want to one day get to this holy union with you, and possibly having not had that real deep go time energy in your connection just yet, but feeling this cracking open. Wow, what can the feminines, Ten of Pentacles, this is the generational stuff. I also want to say that these masculines received wisdom from their elders over this holiday season. There is so much loyalty here to you. I feel like some of them talked to you. I feel your name was spoken by not only your masculine, your counterpart, but some elder in their family, or a mentor or a friend they look up to. It feels like they got advice, whether it was unsolicited or not. It feels like something was like a blessing was given, or an acknowledgement, or with the masculines kind of looking away here, I feel like it was volunteered by someone who's been watching your masculine and your connection and keeping quiet at a distance. I feel like this person offered your masculine something that gave them a blessing. Ooh, wow. What is the advice going forward? King of Wands, let your masculine come into their full empowerment. They are getting closer. We see the Knight of Wands when it's still in that weak player energy, the hot and cold. But when we start getting the King of Wands, even in the inverse for me with conscious love, it is the beginning of the infilling of that empowerment, the divinity, the shamanic, the holy vessel, the temple embodiment, the spiritual righteousness, and therefore also the monogamy. So I do feel that little message of the temptations that your masculines have had at other party season times of year in the past, where they've partaken in things that were not of the light or long-term fulfillment. They've held those off, they've staved it off, feminines. So yeah, just, you know, believe in them. They're in uncharted, they're in new territory here, and they're getting it from the inside and from their external world, but they're really making changes. And for many of them, it means not making any actions at all and just allowing for the witnessing of this change going on. So we're really being brought into what it feels like for them to be awakening on the chessboard kind of thing, and coming out of the illusions. And they're seeing it in very practical, immediate ways in their environment, but they're in a more consistent prayer within. They're running things through a higher guidance system. With the high priest here, many times it feels like they're saturated in this energy right now, in a transition, not between just, you know, living situations or careers or relationships, but dimensions. What can we see as the solution to this challenge for the masculines? The Magician and this Two of Cups, the love offer, the acknowledgement of this connection. So the solution is, masculines, to keep, you know, understanding that everything you're going through in your life right now is so you can bring this love in. Because we're focusing on a love relationship reading here, this is your acknowledgement that everything you're doing in your life is setting the stage for this love to come in and be a primary, the two shall become one, a primary seat of your consciousness, one of the primary layers of your reality going forward, that once you integrate, you're in a next level manifestation power. The Magician is a master manifesting energy, and you're learning how to do that right now, masculines, while you're learning what love is, and while you're simultaneously stepping into your capacity for your purpose in this life and your empowerment, but also in this love. And so you are beginning to inoculate your feminine with this energy as you prepare to focus on this love when the time is right. What do the feminines need to see? The Star. So, you know, dip your foot in the water here. You don't have to pretend this love doesn't exist, feminines, but it does need to develop, and there is a destiny here. So take heart that this is just, you know, the unfolding of that. Enjoy the unfolding of this destined love, feminines. And yeah, changes one by one. So something major will be leaving your life, feminines, and it might feel confusing or bittersweet, or you might not even feel like you've been hanging on to nostalgia or loose ends, but something is going to cause you to see that there's a remarkable amount of space being made in your life. So some major thing, this could be, you know, I'm getting the finalization of divorce, or moving, or quitting a job, or having your job terminated, a layoff. It could be saying goodbye to a loved one or a friend or somebody really dear to you moving away. Something here is a life stage change that will never be the same again. And you're going to have to make an adjustment after this happens. And whatever this is that you're saying goodbye to, it's making room for this love. And so it's a sacred rite of passage for you right now, feminines. And it's yours alone, because I'm getting that this was pre-existing to the circumstance with your masculine. And so right now the universe is giving you some grace to really pay homage to whatever this is that you are releasing, whether that's voluntarily or it doesn't feel fair, or you're still kind of, the jury's out whether it's a good or bad thing. just stay with it, because in time you're going to see that it was necessity for this love. Okay, what is the direction in the near future these masculines are headed in? Three of Fire. So this is staying open. We had this for the feminines already. The Three of Wands comes right before the Four of Wands, which is union. And these masculines also have this commitment. So they're becoming very committed to self. They're becoming very trusting of their intuitive knowing. These are the antlers that connects us to higher source, and these masculines are downloading. This is almost like a high priest energy. They have willfully been praying to be shown these frequencies of love, of grounding, of maturity, of direction, of righteousness. And they have never been more open to what the divine has wanted for them. And so yeah, they're coming into this embodiment of righteousness, feminines. What is the advice? Yeah, it's more than love. So third energies here. This is more than friendship. Leave all other people, places, and things out of it. Whatever the masculines are dealing with, whatever you're dealing with, we all have those histories. Those are being released because the Three of Cups go into the Two of Cups. However, this is clearly more a message. What I'm getting here is that if you've been in the friend zone, if somehow that's what's been needed at this time, so it's not insatiable. It feels, I feel like I heard my counterpart say maybe, in September, pretend we're on a road trip and can I just take a nap so we can get there sooner, please? It's that kind of thing. It feels like waking up from the nap and almost there now. What is the advice, feminines? Yeah, stay in hermit mode about your contribution to this destined path, your purpose, passion projects. This is time for you to release anything that's not coming forward and really be in the sovereignty, the sincerity of it, but also this is you grounding what comes next. I'm also being drawn to this snake. So over this next while, and I'm hearing New Year's, don't act out, don't partake in substances, don't be in rebellion, don't look for hookups, don't tell yourself your masculine doesn't care. Really meditate, set some intentions, do a ceremony, do a sacred ritual over the New Year's. Do something that you allow and become receptive to real love, feminines. So don't feel like you have to be filling the void right now. Grace going into 2025. So be in your own alignment. There's so much loyalty here. That dog, again, we saw that in the 10 of Pentacles. So right now, feminines, your masculines are really, I want to say self-absorbed, but not in a negative way. It's a good thing for once, right? Because they've been spread too thin and trying to be cool, keeping up with the Joneses, doing what they felt they needed to. And this time around the sun, it feels really mature and grounded. It may be premature to bring you fully in on that, feminines, and that's why you're going to have to match that same maturity and really, don't let yourself down right now. Stay in your connection to source. I just wrote in the comments to one person that I was taking deep breaths alongside with them right now. But yeah, good times are coming. Good things are coming, everybody. But there are some major changes here, feminines, that your masculines are going through. And we saw the Tower for the feminines. There's going to be some life-altering things coming up for feminines too. 33. Amazing. Okay, one message for the masculines. Chamber of Initiation. It's a 55. So major changes. Spiritual gifts, mystery, enchantment, secrets. Yeah, so these masculines are really attuning. You're attuning to your spiritual gifts right now, masculines. And yeah, you can keep some secrets right now. You're deviating from the norm at this time, and you don't have to divulge everything to your feminine. You'll be able to do a catch-up soon enough. But right now, masculines, go into your into your bubble right now and really sincerely seek that higher guidance like you are doing, because you're being initiated into this high priest energy where you are on point And yes, allow yourself to be mysterious right now, even with your feminine. And feminines, oh yeah, spine of fire, true self, passion, motivation, purpose. So this is about you bringing your energy back to you. Now, I have never been more sure than the last couple of weeks that the feminines are divinely created to be loved by the masculines. And so when you're coming into your true self, you're really coming into that purity and that wholeness and that authenticity that allows your masculine to love you fully. And so if you focus on yourself, feminines, and you really align with who you are, it makes it real easy on your masculine to love you with all their heart, with the love of the divine. Okay, many blessings, everyone. Bye for now.